Yo, there was echo. That's because Billy fucked up.
Sorry.
So blame Irish Billy, not me. I don't know anything about technology. I'm just here to talk to y'all. So apologies for the first couple minutes and the blunder. Blunder Billy. Now what am I talking about?
The action figure.
Oh, this guy. Look at this guy. Box Cutter Pazzi, Southpaw Cannon, JMT Store, Bygone Era Toys, and action figures. Come on, what else do I need to tell you?
Yeah, you got questions? Yeah, Vin, someone was asking you, one of your songs be titled Tush Push? Do you
No,
like the NFL? And if so, are the Eagles?
no, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna be naming the song Tush Push. Yeah, the Eagles are my team. I don't watch. I'm not as into football as I was when I was younger, but I mean, I watch every game, but I'm not as emotionally invested as I was when I was younger. But it's more of a time thing than anything. But yeah, Eagles are my team. I the Super Bowl where Kansas City beat us, not the one where we beat them. We actually watched in London after the show. The guys over there, shout out Tony Spreadlove and all those guys, were nice enough to ask a pub if they would stay open mad late for us so we could watch it. So yeah, I'm enough of a fan to ask them if they could keep a pub open after hours in London. So yeah, but no, I'm not doing a song called Tush Push. It's not happening.
Bono, since the mic was screwed up the first time around,
Yeah.
why don't we explain to people like the Hidden Temple song?
Okay, yeah, because it was I was
Echoing.
yeah, echoing the first time around. So Hidden Temples is a project. Yeah, we have a lot of unreleased stuff. Some of it as old as 25 years, 25 years. Some of it further than that, back to the 90s, all the way up until now. We wanted to do something cool with it rather than just throw a bunch of stuff, out into the ether via streaming services. So we thought, what is a cool way to do that? My my business partner Jan and I came up with an idea to drop a joint per month. It's called Hidden Temples. So you'll get the joint one a month. These aren't released commercially, just to you exclusively. And then at the end of the 12 months, we're going to press them up on white label vinyl. I'm going to sign them, and it'll be a collector's item, the vinyl itself. And, you'll also have the songs digitally, obviously. So, yeah, we played a couple joints off of that so far.
Those again since they were banged up too.
Yeah, I guess what was happening, there was some echo. I don't really understand technologically why, but echoing was going on. So we'll play the joints again so you can hear them. I think we were in trouble for about 9 minutes in the beginning of it, but we didn't know it until y'all told us that I was echoing, and the music was echoing too. So we'll just rectify that. But
Any backstory to Empires before we do that in?
yeah, Empire's the joint Jallo did, I think. Yeah, I don't remember. Do you know if that's the joint Jallo did? Yeah, that's my guy, Peace Jallo Point UK. That's my paisan. That I think I was working on that around maybe around the Pain Collector. So that would be like 2018. I think some of it's blurry in regards to date and time. Some of it I remember exactly when. But sometime around then, I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I wasn't on the Pain Collector or the record after that. But we just have a lot of good stuff that didn't come out, and this is a good way for y'all to hear it via this Hidden Temple project.
All right, let's play Empires.
Invasion.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah. Aight. Look. Yeah. I call the Desert Eagle Thunderclap. These motherfuckers writing rhymes for 100 pack. The vintage low is like a lumberjack. On the low, got hoes like the Thundercats. Which is Sabbath, and I came to annoy. I was never one for talking, I get straight to the point. I see a weakness, I get paid to exploit. Jesuit mating Satanists that came to rejoice. I know you pussy, I can see in a glance. Tuck his chain, bounty mine, avoid beef in advance. You do a lot of talking, then you motherfuckers vanish. Hit him with the gay, and I ain't even speaking Spanish. Snatch his head till the skeleton choke. See this motherfucker big with an elephant scope. Yeah, right, too light, here's a melanin dose. And it's yop about the size of a pelican boat. Toma! Yes, yes. We're back. Hopefully everything's all good, right? We're echo free still. Everything sounds good, Irish Billy?
I think so.
Yeah, I think we're good. Yo, Box Cutter Pazzi, Southpaw Cannon. Uncle Box Cutter was in, my Uncle Box Cutter was in, he was training at Tiger Showman. Someone found him somewhere. They got something together, offered him a lead role in a flick in the 80s. Chuck Norris caught wind, shut the whole production down. These joints were made, they were gone. The shit went straight to Betamax. And my uncle was vexed that Chuck Norris had the shit down, had the shit, shut down. So he stepped to Chuck Norris and got fucked up. Uncle Box Cutter got fucked up by Chuck Norris. So I'm not really happy with Chuck for all of these years. That's why I was never really a fan like that. I was more Stallone and those guys because Chuck Norris fucked my uncle up. But we'll show y'all the trailer that, was to never be. Check it out.
In a world of chaos, where fear reigns and the forces of darkness move the hands of time to a permanent midnight, there is only one man to call when the mean streets need a clean sweep of justice.
Box Cutter Pazzi!
Bygone Era Toys brings you the limited edition Box Cutter Pazzi action figure from the blockbuster film Southpaw Cannon. Exclusively at jmtstore.com.
Box Cutter Pazzi! What happened?
We're back on.
Somebody said, who was your home?
Yo. I think Billy found a picture. Yeah, that's my uncle. He got fucked up by Chuck Norris. That's Uncle Box Cutter. He got packed up. It is what it is, But there's a family grudge against Chuck, so it's whatever. The Paz family, you know what I mean? Got it in for the Norrises. It's all right. You know what I mean? Shit happens. Everybody takes a L.
Uncle Box.
Yeah. Uncle Box got packed up like a box. Chuck hit him with that boing, It is what it is.
Some people were asking about like a new AOTP album.
Look, everyone's recorded some stuff for the AOTP record. It's just, it's going to take as long as it's going to take, because of everyone doing their own thing, both musically and in personal lives, families, things like that. But yeah, stuff has been recorded, so we're just, you know, I don't want to give a timetable because that would be irresponsible. But we're working on it.
Why don't we play Broad Street Bullies? Because I think we played that and then maybe had the echoes.
Oh yeah, the echo was on that too. Yeah, so my man Sean C, Joe Mansfield, Vinyl Reanimators, they did Ed OG, Got to Have It, Elder Head Toucher, the Nas and G Rap remix that was monstrous in '95. They've done tons of stuff. Planet and I went to Brooklyn in '99 to Sean C's crib. We were going to call the group Broad Street Bullies. We recorded 3 joints. We never finished them. But if we finished them, you know, it would have been incredible. We were going to put the single out through Direct, which is Vinyl Reanimators label. But I don't know why we never finished it. We just never went back to Sean's in Brooklyn and finished it. But y'all are gonna get to hear them via this Hidden Temple project. So I think this is one of the joints we never finished. We never mixed it, but it was dope.
We brain drill and maim those who claim ill, conducting intricate studies on how the pain fell. The insane scale that come through me is from banging old hell freeze by cool C. Y'all don't move me, y'all at war with the veteran, with a digital trigger finger like the Letterman. The vendetta ran, I know where my heart's at. I'm the better man, so don't start that. When we fall back, you burn fucking leeches. Send you to hell, you see more shells than beaches. You'll never defeat us, we from Hamburger Hill. Science and math combined with supreme scale. The team L, we send you to hell fast. The green bell, you buried in Belfast. I smell trash, and it's standing right next to me. Back off and swim with the sharks like John Kennedy. We the remedy, forever stay fresh. Broad Street, hologram to the last breath, baby. What the deal, baby? What the deal, baby? Yo, if y'all don't blow trees and sip on brew.
And to you fake B-boys who don't stay true.
And if y'all don't burn trees and sip on brew.
And to you fake ass cats trying to...
Hey, Vin, I see the resemblance.
Look, man, family resemblance is there, I suppose. I don't really see it, but if you see it, cool. But yeah, Uncle Box was about that shit. Like I said, taking the elder trucks, no, that's nothing crazy. Yo, so check it, the Invaders joint. Yeah, man, the Hornets flip did crazy. Invaders. We hit y'all with another one. The first one did so well, and you know, helped y'all reminisce back to our era. So yeah, check it. This shit is fly. JMTstore.com. Obviously, some of y'all on YouTube are a little bit touched in the head, I think. Some of y'all that write in and talk crazy, you're a little, you know, you got to be careful, man, because sometimes you never know. You might run, you might run into someone and smack the shit out of you. So you should, you should kind of be careful about that. But yeah.
So somebody came up with a question saying, do you ever get blocked in your creative journey? And how do you move past that?
Do I ever get blocked in my creative journey?
In your creative pursuit?
Yeah, of course. You the only way you can't. It's weird to say that. Yeah, it happens creatively, but you fight through the block. You know, Bukowski said it before. Like, yeah, I get it, but you just write through it. And maybe what you write it wasn't good, but that helps you go through the block, and then decipher that you wrote this during the block and this isn't up to par, but you still went through it. To a block where I completely just have nothing, nah, because there's always work to do. If I'm stuck to that degree, then there's 800 beats to listen to. If I'm stuck there and I don't have 800 beats to listen to, there's mixes to listen to. There's artwork to think about. So you just switch gears, creatively speaking, artistically speaking, to the other one, you know? But yeah, the only way to cope with it for me is to just fight through it, because that's the only sensible way. The only time I have nothing is like 2 times. Usually when we finish a record and the record's done and I listen to it for the first and last time and it's done, then I'm pretty wiped out for a couple weeks. And when I get back from a tour, I'm wiped out. But that's physical. That's not creatively. I don't want to do anything because I'm so physically drained from being on the road. So yeah, that's not really applicable. But I don't really want to do anything when we're done with a record for a couple of weeks, just to clear my head. But other than that, it's all year round. And if I'm stuck, I just move to something else that's creative, that needs my attention.
Someone asked, like, what was it like going from being in a group dynamic with JMT to being mainly a solo artist now?
Well, look, the group dynamic with JMT, Stoop was never someone to say like, oh, no, don't do that, or don't say that, or don't rhyme like this. So as far as what I did, creatively, rhyme-wise, you know, I never felt handcuffed there. I guess, you know, to a degree, Stoop is a control freak. To a degree, I'm a control freak. So I guess the freedom there is a bit more, that can be liberating, I guess. But I was never someone that really felt like, oh, you know, this person isn't letting me do my thing. I never felt that way at all. I just think that when you're fully in control of something, doing solo stuff, that basically from its inception until the finality, the control of being, you know, the driver of the vehicle that is this project, I think that suits me, because I'm interested in things that, and parts of the process that I think a lot of artists aren't. They don't care about the things like artwork or promo or song titles or finding vocal samples for the joints. I love all of that. So to be able to be sort of in control of all of those aspects, you know, that suits the type of artist that I am, I think.
Are you, you've been asked this question in some form before, but
Okay.
this one was, are you currently mentoring anyone? Do you have any up-and-comers in mind that we should look out for?
I don't know that I'm mentoring anyone, simply because when people ask me for advice about the industry and or getting into the music industry, my advice is to not do that. You know, make sure you have, because the probabilities of making it are, I think people have been tricked via social media into thinking that it's a more realistic career goal than it is. To say you have a 1% chance of making it would be exaggerated. You have way less than a 1% chance of making it as a career. I'm not saying you can't be dope. I'm not saying you shouldn't rhyme. I'm saying the pursuit of this as a career, I was about to say you have a better chance of winning the lottery, and then I was going to say, nah, that's not accurate. And now I'm taking it back. You have a better chance of winning the lottery than you do to become a musician that succeeds to the point where it is your livelihood. But as far as mentoring anyone, nah, I mean, there's just younger rappers, producers that I work with or, help out. But like I've talked about them before. You've heard them on my records, like Recognize Ali, Boo Bronx, Crime Apple, OT. But these guys aren't people I'm mentoring. They have their own careers, and they're just people that I like and listen to. I like them as people as well, but I think they're good MCs. Guys like Danielson, J Royale. There's a lot of rappers out there, younger guys that are really good. But I've either mentioned these guys or worked with them or both. There's a bunch of people I'm forgetting too. If I forgot you, it's not because I don't love y'all. It's just I'm being put on the spot. I can't think of all the names right now.
Why don't we play
Snippets for
the other joints from the Hidden Temple?
Okay, yeah, we're gonna play something else off the Hidden Temple project.
It's 50 here, take the needle, Susio, and hold it tight. It's young boys screaming like it's his poltergeist. Shotty big, standing on its vertical, its shoulder height. I got some motherfuckers that'll check you like it's poker night. It's hammer like it's on to be, it's crazy and it's deadly. Bodies in the water, homie, Mary Jo Kopechne. If you gonna approach a motherfucking bad and do it gently. It's elementary there, watching it's elementary. It's shopper like my brother and his brother connects. That's my motherfucking dog and I taught him to fetch. And we a bunch of motherfucking apes banging with tools. How you supposed to get your life right, hanging with fools? I'm a one-man army, I don't play for a team. I will pop your fucking head, I will make you a meme. I'm telling you on guard, I'll be right in your face. And if worse come to worse, I'll be fighting the case. Batima. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't got a whole lot left. Every shooter heart is cold, but I ain't gonna hold my breath. I don't know what you've been told.
Yo, I'm gonna fucking point this bat at you.
Don't point it at me.
Yes, you're fucking next. Then Sam the sleaze bag.
So we had the contest to give this.
Yeah, we had the contest to give away this one of a kind Vinnie Paz Bat King Bat Victus, our man Bat King, Bruce Peace. The winner is, I believe I'm saying this correctly, Santeri Roivas. Did I say that correct? Mm-hmm. Yo, Santeri, thank you, man. You'll be
So you're gonna autograph that when you send that out to them?
yeah, I'm gonna sign this. I think Bat King, I think I see his signature on here. Is that his signature, Jan?
I think so.
Right here? Yeah, the Victus Vinnie Paz JMT joint. Do what you will with this. I know what I would, I know what I would end up doing with this thing. Ew. Santeri Roivas, this is all you, my guy. Yeah, I'll sign it. And then you'll be getting it soon. Billy, what am I talking about now? Jan, what am I talking about now?
Couple more questions.
Yep. I think also that's a good opportunity to talk about some of the people who follow you, or just like Bruce, or just fans of yours, but also have their own talents, and just how that's been a part of your career, like you connect with these people.
Yeah, that's been dope, man. Like when there's obviously it's like, whether it's someone like BJ Betts, shout out BJ, a legend in the tattoo arena, or someone like Rogan, John Anik, to people in the boxing community, when you cross paths with these people that you're a fan of.
Joe DeRosa.
Yeah, big up Joe DeRosa. Joe, you sick fuck. I just texted with this DeRosa the other day. If he's on tour, go see Joe DeRosa when he's in your town. And what's it called? It's his podcast with Sal Vulcano, Taste Buds, right, Sleazy? Is that their joint? Yeah. Check out Taste Buds. Yeah, Bruce took us, me, Jan, and my brother on a tour of the Victus. What's that called, Jan? How would you?
Just like manufacturing.
Yeah, the manufacturing thing. We saw how all the bats were made. He was showing us specific players. I don't know if I'm allowed to show, say the names of the guys that they were showing us as they were making their bats for the season. It was really dope, man. It's humbling when talented people, say they're fans of yours. But yeah, super dope when that happens, when we connect with people, whether it's actors, or actresses, or other artists, other musicians, people in sports. It's just been humbling. The whole ride has been humbling.
Any book recommendations? I think you've done that one before.
I have.
Missed it.
I have.
What are you reading currently?
Right now, I'm. There's a new Iron Maiden book. I think it's called the Iron Maiden Bible. I got it from Decibel. It's Decibel Books. That's what I'm reading now, and the Jeff Thompson book. I'm reading that too. I'm reading them both at the same time. I forget what the Jeff Thompson book's called. It's the first book he wrote. He's on the cover holding his hand like this with brass knuckles, I think. Jeff Thompson's a gun, though. He was a doorman in London in the 80s when shit was real hectic. And real bad man. So check Jeff Thompson's book, Geoff, Jeff Thompson. And I just started the Iron Maiden book, but that's what I'm reading right now.
What
But
does
at the same
going to
time.
the studio look like now versus when you were younger? You might want to repeat that question. for
Okay,
people.
yeah, in case you didn't hear, Jan. What does going to the studio look like now as opposed to before? I think my man Scott explained it in a DVD we did on like 18, 19 years ago. Then the people were hanging from the ceilings. There were 20 people in there. There were blunt guts everywhere, empty bottles. It was just chaos. I look at it now and I don't know how so much work got done. I honestly don't when I think about it. Now it's me, Scott, my man Musa. That's it. Cousin Frizz slides through. Every now and then we have a surprise visitor. Crime Apple has come through. Obviously, Ill Bill and Gore. Q Unique when he lived on the East Coast. People pop by to say what's up. Over the years, OT, PD Crack, Beans, but it's usually me, Soup, my man Chinaski Black, and it's just we just bust each other's balls and work on new shit. Listen to beats. Have the TV on, listening for samples, repeat the beats. I don't spend tons of time in the mic booth as I used to, because the more chaotic it was in there, the longer it would be. It's typically, I can still pretty much do stuff in one take now. So, a lot of the studio time is preparation and us really like, okay, we think all of these beats are incredible. Now once we think that, let's start analyzing it and breaking down, well, does this lend itself to a hook? If so, what kind? Is it melodic? Is it some grimy shit? Does it need cuts? And it gets broken down that way. But it's definitely my favorite place to be. It still is. It was then too. When it was more of a party there, it was my favorite place to be. And now that it's just more mellow and cerebral, we still laugh all the time, which is, my face always hurts every Thursday from laughing. So I think that's a good thing to have in your life, because it was the most recent session. My fucking face hurt. We were laughing so hard over. So I don't even remember what it was, but we were laughing that hard. So it's good. It's healthy.
That's a good segue to play the next song off of the Hidden Temple.
Yeah. What are we playing, Billy?
It's a little snippet we have yet to announce. So it's
Okay. Oh yeah. We haven't announced this yet, so we're not giving names or anything like that yet. But we're gonna let y'all hear some of it. We're good with the echo, right, fellas?
Yep, we'll fix that.
Bet. Cool.
Yeah. Yo, Av, what it do? Come on, man. I'm out here, man. I'm outside. Fuck out here. Look. You better watch, cause they aiming at your well. Magic hammers and tossing, javelin, track and bell. They buying Diet Coke for a $500,000. King Marsus, narcissist like a daffodil. This thing will slaughter the king daughter. Shorty order the spring water. You a pussy, you got a pink aura. I just bought a Mossberg and a Sting horror. If you clicking in your energy rails, tetrahedral, no pyramids and energy fields. Energy that's harvested where energy yields. It's a jungle warfare here in 70 cells. Alibaba consumed the ketamine. You a pinata that's darker than human centipede. Raise the dead, you can hear the horns of battery. Imitation is a serious form of
Now
flattery.
you can debate and try to fake, you ain't straight. Do I have to take it that you whack time and time again?
When you write, your words must go like this. Bim, bim, bim. Bim, bim, bim.
Now you can debate and try to fake, you ain't straight. Do I have to take it that you whack time and time again?
Each line must have its own power, its own feeling. Bim, bim, bim.
Billy, I'm back.
You're back.
I'm back. Yo, bucket list item for me and my man Jan. I have known Jan for 33
Yeah.
years or 34. We met via hip hop. First day we talked, he said, I work at a sneaker store. So off rip, we became friends. You listen to, you're a white boy in 92 that listens to rap and you're a sneakerhead. We're going to get along. The first thing is the dust bag. Bygone era, violent by design joints, right? The inaugural drop. Look, we wanted to make a sneaker since we were kids. Before the rap shit popped off, we just dreamt of it. It's been a huge part of our lives. So for a couple decades now, we would always, the goal was to get a sneaker done. We would go to companies, the big companies. It could be Nike, it could be Puma, it could be Reebok, it could be whoever. Some just shut the door on us. Some we got our foot in the door and it got so far and then collapsed when we realized, look, we're not going to have any, we're going to have zero power here and zero creative input. So this whole year, all of 2025, Jan took the bull by the horns. We
Gotta give a big up to BJ Betts.
Yo, BJ. Yeah, look, BJ helped us from the beginning. BJ told me off rip, if this is what you want to do, we're gonna get it done. He had us plugged in with big companies. He had us plugged in with independent companies. Shout out to Mosh too, as well.
And then to Rich Franklin and Brett Pulley for.
Yo, Rich and Brett, thank you so much. So Jan and I said, we're going to do this on our own, independently. Bygone era joints. Look, these were mad expensive to make. That's why you might think they're a bit expensive to buy. That's just how it is. We're not, trust me when I tell you, we're not pricing them because we're trying to G off. We're pricing them because they cost us so much to make. It's not until you do something that you've never done before, we haven't done a sneaker before, that you realize how many layers there are to it and how complicated it is. and how much trial and error it is. And, you know, we wanted to do a dope runner. And like I said, it's bucket list for me and Jan as lifelong sneakerheads since as long as I can remember, you know, to begging my parents for the first J's that they obviously couldn't afford, to why I'm still a sneakerhead now and why I'm an addict.
Hold them up because the mic's.
Listen, Billy, you get no sneakers.
Let the sneakers shine.
You get no sneakers, Billy.
Size
Jan,
are they?
no sneakers for him.
What size are they?
What size are these in my hands, Jan?
10.
These are the 10s. I wear a 10.
Get the size I wear.
What, you wear a 10? Yeah, you get none of these. Yeah, guys, this has been a long time coming for us. We're knocking shit over. Look, this has been a dream since I've been a kid. I never thought we'd have our own kicks. And then, you know, like I said, there was some pump fakes along the way going back to 20 years ago where things were about to get done and they didn't. Things seemed like they were about to happen with, you know, with bigger companies and they didn't. I'm just really happy that we did it on our own. And I hope that we get to do more. I hope that these are the success that we plan for them to be and we can do more joints. But they're mega limited. Again, that has to do with cost, you know, because they were so expensive for us to make. So they're very limited. They come with a mixtape too. So yeah, look, we're just proud to say that we did this. And we've been, you know, I'm repeating myself, but it's been a couple decades that we've been wanting to do it. So cop them if you want a piece of history, you know. And we appreciate y'all for being with us since '96.
We got a few more questions.
Okay, I knocked some shit over, so yeah. I knocked over Uncle Box.
Somebody was asking how you met Scott Vogel and how you sort of became like a fan of hardcore music.
How I met Scott Vogel?
Yeah. How you connect?
We've been friends so long, I forget. It was maybe 04, 05. I don't know. I think he just hit me up on whatever platform would have been relevant at that. What was 06? MySpace? 04, 05? MySpace was popping. Maybe he sent me an email. We had mutual friends. I was a fan of Terror. Those guys were fans of ours. And they were on a big tour. Brandon probably remember. Brandon, remember Sounds of the Underground, that tour? It was mad bands. They were playing in Camden, across the water. Jan and I went through, hung out with those guys, watched the show. A bunch of bands played, Cannibal Corpse, a ton of bands played. We went back to the studio. We did a joint. And we've been close ever since like 04, 05, Scott and I. That's my guy, man. That's one of my favorite people. How I got into it in general was my older brother's friend gave me a cassette. One side was Nevermind the Bullocks. The other side was the Dead Boys album with Sonic Reducer. That changed everything. And then I ran with it from there. My brothers weren't really, the more heavy and stuff like that, my brothers didn't sort of gravitate towards that. And I gravitated towards bands like Discharge and AF and The Victim in Pain and Poison Idea. And that's, everything went from there to all the Rev stuff to Youth of Today. And it just you know, it snowballed because I was listening to Run DMC and, you know, early hip hop records at the same time. And it's just steamrolled. And I realized that in places downtown in New York, the Lower East Side, a lot of those same kids were hanging out with each other. Like Same O and Fab Five Freddy was running with all those downtown punk rock kids. And I sort of just put it all together and realized, oh, all of this shit's for me. But yeah, I was little. I was really little when I got that. I think I was 6 or 7 years old, and he gave me a cassette with, the Pistols and Dead Boys, one album on each side on a cassette.
Sam had a question that he found. What's your favorite Thin Lizzy song?
Oh wow,
Yes.
that's crazy, man.
You gotta repeat that question.
Yeah, what's my favorite Thin Lizzy song? Yo, Philip was one of the greatest songwriters of all time. I love everything. I like Running Back to You Again, Cowboy Song, Philomena, Sarah. Philip Lynott was a gun, one of the greatest songwriters ever. If anyone's out there and you never listened to Thin Lizzy, just go on however you listen to music and just let the whole discography play. Arguably the most criminally underrated band to me of all time. They're the greatest, most underrated band of all time, Thin Lizzy, and he's the most underrated songwriter of all time. And he died way too young. He was only 36 years old when he passed away. Genius personified. And he was a special guy, and they're a special band. But yeah, those songs that I said there, but there's so much more. There's nothing I don't like. There's no album I don't like. There's no period where I said, oh, what happened here? Then when he did a couple records after they broke up, Old Town is one of the greatest songs ever written. When Philip did those solo records in New York, just what a talent and what a band Thin Lizzy was, man. Unreal. They inspired everybody. They were everyone's inspiration. The way Philip was dressing, everyone stole that from him. He was doing that before everybody. This is a black guy in Dublin in the 60s and 70s. I can't imagine how hard that was. And then this guy comes out and is breaking every fucking possible barrier you can. He's the lead singer and bass player of a rock band. His style was crazy. The way he dressed, he was the prototype for everything that came after him. Prince was, you can see how Prince was influenced by what he did, and then all those heavy bands that came after him. You know, how was Metallica and all those bands, guys that were playing thrash and real heavy shit, were all influenced by that, and influenced by Gary Moore and everyone that played in that band. He had the best players at all times. Yo, I could fucking do a whole stream on Thin Lizzy and how fucking important that band is.
I think that's it, man. I think we can close it out. Tell everybody where to get the new drops.
Yeah, the sneakers.
Reissue of Season Assassin.
Yeah, this is the reissue. Y'all been asking for it for mad long. It came in the form of a 15th anniversary. We figured we would wait till a special time. So that's out now. They're selling out. So if you want one, I don't know if we're gonna do another press. If I don't think so.
We are gonna start repressing other stuff though.
Yeah, it's the stuff you guys have asked about. It's coming as far as the represses. The Southpaw Cannon box cutter Pazzi. Look, my uncle got fucked up by Chuck Norris. Don't make it be in vain. You know? You can cop that. jmtstore.com. Same with Season of the Assassin reissue. The sneakers that I showed y'all, the Pioneer, Violent by Designs, in the Violent by Design colorway, because it's the 25th anniversary of Violent by Design, which is crazy. In a few days, it'll be 25 years. Thank you for polying with us for the last hour or so. We appreciate it. We appreciate every time y'all come through. If you're watching this on a replay on YouTube, we appreciate you. And I just want to thank everyone who supports my art. I appreciate y'all. It means a lot to me, and I'm lucky to be here and still doing this 30 years in. I'm humbled. And we'll see y'all next time.
Pazienza. Look. How the fuck I'm gonna get him if we already got? By the time I got my shooters, he was already shot. Nobody exaggerated when they called him an op. I got snipers on the roof, all at the top. Everybody gonna hit the fucking floor when I pop. You can call the devil a god or call him a knot. He a god amongst gods, whether you call him or not. He the holiest of holies, and that's all that he got. Capo di tutti capi, fratello, I'm the anointed boss. What the fuck I gotta do to get my fucking point across? Tipsy in the driver's seat, swerving the woo. Hit anybody that's with you, they deserving it too. I made it hard on him, so he's sick of his life. Greet your brother with a holy kiss, tip of the night. See, I'm your father, and I'll make a fucking baby out the beat. Hey, yo, Cheryl, keep them goddamn babies out the street.